Today na Monday, we na September 23, 2024, we Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, don't make them again possible. He don't give you the gift, the love, the support, the blessing and guidance and protection for like we got poor Golidom yesterday. Because when we turn in the night yesterday, no guarantee not been they say we go gap this morning. Guarantee not been there. God not been guarantee anybody than they. Like I always say, when you wake in the morning, you wake not to because of your power, not to because of that fire force ambulance where they pass, or neighbor we knock na you do not, or the telephone we ring, we call you. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. The only reason we make any mortal money gap, we go lead on it, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and God Almighty in blessing, in love, support, guidance, and direction, the gift. So for that alone, we the Muslim them want just acknowledge his supremacy. And we believe say nine are the only one way worthy of worship and praise. Similarly, so that goes for we Christian brothers and sisters and self. Then believe in the might and power of God Almighty, that all the wonderful miracles them in their lives now not make them possible. So for that, we all give praise, glory, and honor to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or God Almighty. Today, the talk na really na perhaps and let people then call them say it's self-serving. Now a lecture about the distinctions of the offices of vice president, where we don't prosecute them in two different dispensations. Now I want to talk about today. This arises from waiting David Moynihan Senge, the new Sir Patrick Hastings, Lord Justice Tom Denning, way campam law. Nine assume that the man is a big book so much. The man not get no limits. The man not only in a reservoir of academic, but him as a matter from how he project himself or how in lack is in the projector, he not get no equal. The level of education we get now, University of Heaven, he get where nobody not come second. Now him not the only one. Nobody not come near. So in that light, he not know in limit. He don't know what he capable of doing or what he not supposed to do. At every given time, as I say, David Senge can't do don't jump at them. Whether I get the capacity for them or not, for no more go in at the lamplight every now and then, lady, lamplight. The latest example where he accept for write a constitution for where he not a lawyer, you know, get no standing in idea. You lack focus, you lack local standing, you know, get some no way. David Moynihan saying your education okay go na the part of law. You're not a lawyer. You be honest with yourself, be self-respecting and be decent and tell the political leadership where you that job say no, pa no go able this day above me. But you want for be seen that the be all and end or the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. And now you not salon where they talk about salon. And now you know the fountain of knowledge. Nobody know they na salon get knowledge with you. But some of you they tell you know you lie. You lie. Whatever knowledge you get now, that you only the area where you study for make hand and foot now they no more. But you not get monopoly over anything. So they can't begin to openly challenge you. They can't begin to challenge your nuisance system. And none of this. By merely you talking, say a sitting vice president for a retire for resign 1 year before it show how ignorant you be in about the constitutional order in the country. Now, I can't tell you the differences between the vice presidency they will be maintained. When SIAKA Stevens in 1971, April 19, 1971, where he ushered in a republic that the country without any constitutional prescription, and then he appoint vice president starting with Agbasitani, that fellow SIAKA. I think that way he give that to anybody. Would he want to appoint as vice president? Where he not subject to no parliamentary ratification, he not they discuss with anybody. Anybody no more way want. So in other words, the office of vice president have your own personal gifts than the way they give a luckies them. The one where always prepare for doing biddings them. Now they be the rewarding office in the. But come April 29, 1992, when the military fellows them, they terminate constitutional governance. In fact, I'm not going to call them constitutional government, bad governance of the country. Then we go into 1996 with the advent of Ahmed Yankaba and Jodembi. The office of vice president formally may become a constitutional office where the vice president and the president, then they elect them through the validity of the sanctity of the ballot box when at the city. So the office of vice president, now the citizens then get them through the constitution. Today now a constitutional office where no president no get power for sack a vice president. No president. The only reason why Anes by Koroma bin get away with firing Sam Sumana now because we get lawyers in name, but don't get really lawyers. Because I can recall when Musharraf na Pakistan, I don't know if drunk, he been drunk, where he sacked the chief justice. Some of we where they follow politics around the globe. We know what lawyers they do to Musharraf. We know what lawyers they do to Musharraf where he sacked a chief justice. We know what they do. If we've been getting kind of a lawyer, then a salon, we're committed to the canons them we underline that profession. Nowhere not there and by Koroma be forget away with sacking Sam Sumana. But it get out and so 9-1 can begin happen so small. When this current government not go able fire the vice president openly like that, so then bring a guy where he want to be everything. He want to show everybody say everything. He accept a job where he not get the capacity for him. For go say they write a constitution. For we not even for go write a constitution. If the country will not adopt that constitution where Justice Kawan, right, let God get eternal rest, all this posturing road they go to, so it not before even happen. Because the constitution there where that man right, it clearly indicates waiting for him how the country will be governed, even up to elections. They not to a president will determine that because we now is supposed a presidential system with the one. Not to parliamentary democracy to run anymore. So not to the job of a president for determine when a country for whole election now a fixed thing that the way they do. It's not subject to any president in approval. At all not. He did a fix some of we don't read that constitution where Justice Kawan fashion. He did it. Not to a president. But we'll get a system where one man not become the be all and end all. That starts with Shaka Stevens, cannot to MOMOH. It cannot to this current president, where then says a demigod set. Now that they happen. Now, when David Moyna Senge recommend or put said the president, the vice president, for resign 1 year before, what he do? He misrepresent the constitution, the spirit of the constitution. It should say, aware of Sierra Leone constitution, aware of him. He misrepresent them and he misinterpret them. Resignation are only for appointees them, not for only appointees them, not to for a duly elected person. Not to for that way it talks so applicable to the vice. And we hope say the vice president, assuming he want run for be president, assuming he want do that, we hope say Dr. Julde Jallo no go capitulate to that. We hope say he no go. And we need for make this very clear. SAPP constitution not binding on in Saloon. And they're not going to take SAPP constitution for catapult them over with national constitution. No way. No way, another way. Then at the Saloon constitution we say a vice president, if he is seek the office of president, if he resign, nowhere, they did. Some of we don't read them. They did. The problem about David Senga, if he so know everything. Now in the fountain of knowledge. Now he study in a University of Heaven. Now they study. He study in a University of Heaven where nobody not come near her. So he know everything. So now that because he been read the Constitution properly, he know me for having come up with that. Or assuming he read, he understand. But some of we on job now have for make sure say we will begin stand up to in excess system. And one thing where we go one advice President Bio immediately tell her that they play. You come to office on the pedestal of grace. It go find where you term of office don't let you also left on the pedestal of grace. Avoid what happened to Ernest by Koroma and people like Makisade. Avoid them thing the way where the nation they now, they tolerate them kind of thing they not to force them. For say they brutalize the citizens and for no more remain power. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The citizens are very determined. They are very determined. We see what's happen in Nigeria. We see what's happen. Now, one thing about what they call the people's might, the people's empower. No leader, no go there. No how they call them? Army no go defeat the people's power. You know, go able to defeat them. We are determined. This thing where David Senge presents so now a gradual, small approach to totalitarian rule. Because what thing happen? The leader that the party they can become the be all and end all, the demigod. So now Ingo they determine what going to happen. We see this na APC. This na the dilemma. This way don't APC take today. They know able to get themselves out of that quagmire because they kind of make an by Koroma a demigod. Now get the party now what he say. Now it not happen so by coming up with this kind of obnoxious provision that the constitution. In effect, waiting David Senga, they try for weaponize totalitarian rule at the place. Because we believe, say, when the president in term of office, don't know, if he sees any active participation inside the political party, enough for play no role inside the party anymore, enough for be leader of the party, enough for be no leader of the party. Especially so when a man where they knock interest, where they call himself a father of democracy. Father of democracy, where your time come, where you don't rule, you go, you step aside. Now that we they see now, yeah. Now that we they see. You guys now they come overseas every now and then. Now what they talk so now they beggar to the Parliament of the United States for letting you now money. Now they beggar. But una know they see how then they govern themselves. It's not just enough for the worker, they can't beggar for people then couple. The reason why they get all their money then they because they put political machineries and structures in place where go make the resources of the country are not mismanaged, are not spent on frivolity. Like how una they do in Africa. But again, we tell God thank you where the journalists in Nigeria don't begin to stand up to this so-called politician. We tell God thank you. Let God continue for bless the journalists in Nigeria. They now decide say brown envelope not go be part of the mentality in the place. They not go be stampeded into bribes and go call the issues that they share. That may make Tinubu not able to come now for United Nations meeting because they stand firm. Oh man, we get a crisis in the country. So stay home and face the crisis then. But by God power, time will come, we'll get to then kind of a breed of journalists. We're going to be able to muster the courage of conviction and fortitude and say, you know what? We they talk for the country. By God in your power, there's going to come a time in the nation in life we'll get journalists, men and women of integrity, unassailable integrity, uncompromising principles. We're going to say, who's the two day na do good? We'll get them. We'll get the chance of their anas within Ghana. So this thing where David Senge, so instead of attempt for try for catapult SAPP constitution over the national constitution. Then you wonder who say a guy like Prince Hardin. How even Prince Hardin allow the political leadership for go impose David Senge on the party for let he go right country. He not get no law background, to lawyer, he not read one page in per law book. But just because they call him David Senge, he studied in the University of Heaven. So he know everything. He know everything. Now in the fountain of knowledge, nobody know able to challenge it. Oh no. David saying as far as we concerned, now what just one area area for make hand and foot. The technology where they say it be part of the tech. Where the internet connectivity in Asalio, what it don't do for improve technology in the country? Now ask her. I mean, we get box they work in Mac. Where the internet connectivity when in Asalio, when they own that technology is that technology, where we not see nothing, oh man. From yonder, you don't jump go yonder. Even the education where they trouble. Even the education, it left much to be desired if we actually say they take a tooth comb for go through the education under your leadership. Oh man, there are a lot of things that will go for. Every day people are complaining. Now I will begin to send some things away. People that they send to me for help them with school fees them. I will begin to put them broadcasting out. Then message the way the people they send to me. Say let me help them for pay school. Gusami get money for help now. Mr. Say drag man. Not so because they talk na loudspeaker, now go make say I get money for pay school fees. So, but if this so-called education, quality education, free education, if that be done there, people that don't go they work at the big. I go begin to send them they recording the where then they send to me for entry and so this thing where they will send do we the citizen we go continue for sensitize the psychological attitude of the city. We'll begin for I tell you, so no, never accept this at all. No. The vice president of the country is not subject to the only thing we go prevent Dr. Mohammed Judas Jallo from content where in the side say he not they run, but nowhere not the way we where David Senge where he can go the end if the party people they accept there is no way we will not go talk so una how they call and pass APC. No way. And besides, the current political leadership is always beating in chest, saying I'm a father of democracy. So if in us, the so-called father of democracy, this obnoxious clause where David Senge put an Latina waiting for reject with articulate venom, enough for Dede. Because what they do that so now sideline and the sideline, and the current vice president, and I will continue for not to for say I know one day meet the current vice president, I know one day meet him, you don't know me, I don't know him. It is not so much say now Dr. Jude Jallo are the effect for what are they talk for now for the office of vice president. It only for it can be seen in the now. It could have been any other person. I know one day know Dr. Jude Jallo. I know one day call him. You know one day call me for the future. We don't kind of make her. I no ever going away. Me to no ever. You know if you don't know me, as then I mean voice somewhere there, but you don't know me. And it go turn up plane. They say no. Not a day has Kutubu called Naya, you don't know, no. But now the principle, the office of vice president, they say not to any president in personal property, so not to a gift. Now the citizens of Saliona, they get that office there. And the office of vice president from 1996, no longer associated with the office, the office of president. I mean, in fact, most countries, especially like also this so. The office of vice president now right inside State House now the White House now they office. The Oval Office now they I mean the West Wing, now they office of vice president day. Because now they call them one seat or heartbeat away from the presidency. Now they and the vice president now it just gets as much authority as the president now. We don't see now where Mr. Dick Cheney, where he sacked a whole Air Force Chief of Staff now, General Dugan, because of insubordination. In a proper democratic setting, David Moyna Senge not for be seen outshining the vice president. No. There are a lot of things where David Senge did not train support for them. We get a constitutional elected, vice president, but we get a country where everybody don't give in. Everybody don't submit to cowardice and cravenness. Now that many people rather than prefer for the solely requires, the things them. There are a lot of things where even SPP people they not tell me. I know you're calling names when they grumble about this administration, especially the excesses of David Moyna Senge. That most of the blunder on the part of the leadership now because of the misdirection and the waiting David Senge the seller. David Kennedy, now they conduct everything. Now they conduct foreign affairs. Now they talk about justice. We see where go begin talk about. We get an attorney general when I own job down there, then get a deputy attorney general. When are they for they go talk about justice reform in the country? Not to David Senge. You don't know nothing about it. Stop fooling yourself, David Senge. Stop making yourself as if now you when they talk about academia, now you know academia. No. Now one lily area you sabi. Now for me hand and foot, I will not see the hand and foot where don't make na salon. We will not see that industry the way don't open. You know nothing about salon political governance. You not even born yet. When politics are really in a politics, salon began men and women then. Women in politics. Not though because they're not throwing and let me go continue for argue this. In a political system, when a presidential one, especially of executive nature, we get vice president, we don't need that office of chief minister. We don't need about we take God, thank you. People don't begin, they come out, they write about NTR and they talk about your excesses. We go continue. We are citizens. This is not part of the democracy, the freedom of speech. Some of we, by God power, we go make sure say we not talk about anything we go there outside the norms of doing things within the law. We not they advocate for anything we go act outside the law, but anything where they within the constraints of the law. Now we're going to talk about. After all, this is not a democracy. Thomas Jefferson, he talks to one of the presidents in the United States, the first minister of foreign affairs now, yeah. When I be the third, he say, Ingo prefer for live in a country where not get a government, but the people them where the citizens they get the right for talk than for live in a country where get a government where the people they know they talk. And me now one of the people them where actually embrace what President Thomas Jefferson talk. And some of you go to people and then yeah every day Salionas and then day in night out. Trump in them 9 days at the month. Day in, night out, then they find. So if he okay, the logic of syllogism clearly say if he okay for letting they criticize Donald Trump every now and then when are people the constitution, right? Waiting punish us, criticizing and condemning the excesses of waiting they happen back home. Some of we not go ever shy away from that. We will continue for them. We will never, because silence. Now acquiescence. When you silent over matter, you don't be part of them. You part of it. You don't give paradoxical comfort and solace to them. And some of you will not go ever do. We go continue for talk about the excesses of this administration. Yeah. And this is one of them. This one way David Senge don't go. Now just a powder keg. Because what they do so by leaps and bounds, now eliminate the vice president soup. Because no way that provision where they talk about a person who seek the office, the presidency. Now civil servants them, including you, David Senge, including you very safe. Now where they talk say Dr. Julia Jallo he resigned 1 year. So you want to take the office? You want to take the office lady? Because now that's some of we in far now. Who that go there? Who that go there? They don't need an appointed, appointed vice president. An elected vice president we need. Not so like in the case of Sam Sumana, and by Koroma, where they remove and then go bring Victor Fode. No, we don't need an elective, an appointee as vice president. We need a vice president. We go through the crucibles of the democratic process in an electoral exercise. We're totally unencumbered by infractions of principles. And now that we do for. We don't need any hand-picked vice president. We don't pass that stage day. That stage don't go into oblivion from the sacking of APC April 29, 1992. And the advent of this man, Ahmed Tijan Kaba, where Dr. Dembi come, now him down the foundation say with vice presidents they always they be elected in tandem with the once you elect the president, now the vice president now make before the election, the one where you bring say now you running make you for be very sure farm, you for no say you and two now the click, not bring somebody just because you in people then in constituency they go vote for you when the person can begin suffer marginalization. Yes, Dr. Julia Jallo might not be speaking, but we they see him. We they see him. He they suffer marginalization. He may not say because by nature, he very quiet, he know they complain. Now a loyal assistant, he obedient and he respectful of the fact say in the pecking order of things, you the president now the boss now number 2. So he work with it. So now that make the advantage that they take. But in a real democratic set, no way, no the way David Senge go no way. He go be answerable to the vice president. That's why they work. When Dick Cheney have been vice president in America, we know who he was. Because of the constitutionally elected person. Okay? No way, no they. So some of we can say we not go there now, then kind of a country. We enjoy democracy, the rule of law out in the then we turn blind eyes to our own country, either because now we own party there or now we own tribe. Yes, like I already tell somebody, yes, personally, yes, by orientation, me na SLPP, but not to the one we know they see no evil or hear no evil, or we not go able to muster the courage of conviction and fortitude for call them out. Oh, I'm not that. I'm not. To me, green, white, and blue come first. And in a situation like this, Salion can first now make I don't can give the layout of how the office of vice president they work. The vice president, for all intent and purposes, he only answerable to the constitution of the Republic of Salion, not to even to a president, not to the constitution of the Republic of Salion, because he was elected by the people then through the validity of the sanctity of the ballot box in a democratic exercise. So in actions and therefore dovetail, within the confines of the constitution, and not to a leader in whims, and caprice, let alone David Senge. So God forbid if Dr. Jude Jallo accept Dandy, he resign because one run for president, while some of we go give up on the concept of people that way sabi book, but they not get the backbone. No way. If that get for be a constituent test be the case, Dr. Julia was elected by the citizen. That's the way David Senge put under, applicable to him. Now, like in the David Senge, if you want to run for president, won't know say that ambition. Well, for one thing, no say it not go happen because age, me the age, how they call them. So now they will tell God thank you. Now I will not even need to worry about that. Because me the age threshold, that may happen to Strasser. Where Strasser be one be head of state of the country, waiting ball amount to bring the palace school, now in age. So now the same thing then go get for happen to David Senge. In age go only be a factor now we're going to talk about her. So no matter how much is also obfuscation or moral equivalence or posturing, we not even pay any attention to her. Because we know say without age there's no way he go contest 2028. So me fellow citizens, I mean you want today, we need for take a robust, look at how we constitute the work. Then we make sure say abuse and misuse and misapplication not take place. A lot of try for avoid anything where they return with to the dark days that Salion, the dark days we start under Stevenism. And now we begin the council until we talk about that. Because when we remain quiet, we don't give paradoxical comfort and solace to her. So again, finally, like I talk now, the office of vice president, waiting David Senge come, binding on the office of, assuming Dr. Julia Jallo one run for president, no way, no way he go resign 1 year, no way. If Dr. Julia Jallo submit himself to that kind of insult, disrespect, and also help for incubate a dictatorship in the country, some of we go give up and bookman them. So for issues, comment, and analysis today again, when on Monday, where we come, sensitize the psychological attitude of fellow citizens, we need for pay keen attention to the emerging dictatorship and totalitarian rule where they plant the seeds them gradually, gradually, if we not wake up to reality, one day your young government will say the country not a one-party system. Because SLPP they try for impose the constitution in the country, and that not go happen. We'll talk about until then. At the handover, we ought to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or God Almighty for constant protection as we navigate the rough terrains of the day.